In today's video, I'm going to bring you through an e-commerce brand that is absolutely crushing it when it comes to their creative strategy. They're doing over $120 million every single year. I'm going to break down where they're making their money, how they're making the money when it comes to the creative strategy that they're using. Their ads are absolute bangers, and I'm going to bring you through exactly why they're working in the first place. And then I'm going to kind of like share the overall funnel landing pages that they're using, as I typically do in my other videos. Now, before we get going in the video, if you are a new viewer, my name is Brando from Relix Media. I've been fortunate enough to work with over 100 plus e-commerce brands in the last 6 years alone, which is what motivated me to actually start this channel and document all of my entire journey, my learnings, what I know works, what I know doesn't work, etc, etc. Now, this is just one of our own clients, just so you understand the types of caliber of clients that we're used to working with. Typically, we work with 7 and 8 figure businesses, of course. And this is just one of them, just so you once again understand the type of caliber of clients that we're used to working with and dealing with on a daily basis. Okay, so let's get into the actual brand. The company, you may or may not know them, is called Coco and Eve. Now, they are absolutely crushing it, as I said, from the creative perspective. Their landing pages, their offers are pretty standard. I mean, they're not really like doing some sort of like those direct to consumer really aggressive brands. They're not really running those types of offers. They're just really good when it comes to their paid advertising, their b-rolls that they're pushing out, the creators that they work with. And that is exactly what I'm going to focus on what I'm going to talk about in this video specifically. Okay, so let's go and have a little bit more context about how many ads they're running, where they are redirecting their traffic, and also their revenue distribution. Where is most of their revenue coming from? So for context, this is the brand. I always like to filter by longest running ads to have a look at what is working well in the market right now. Let me also filter by active ads, so we know exactly what types of ads are working right now for them, and because they're active. As you can see, they're running 555 active ads, which is multiple six figures. Sorry, I would say 7 figures a month in ad spend, not 6 figures, 7 figures a month in ad spend. So they're definitely doing something that works well for them. And we have to also note here that I noticed that they're also doing a lot of Amazon ads, and a pretty big decent chunk of their revenue is coming from Amazon. I think I did a calculation, not a decent chunk because they're doing 120 million, but I think at least $1 million, $1 to $2 million a month is coming from Amazon. If you can see, 2,000 orders just for this product a month, 7K plus, 1K, 4K plus, and it goes on and on into other products as well. So they're doing quite well on Amazon. Amazon is great. The thing is that when you run a lot of ads on let's just say Meta, it also actually reflects into Amazon, because what a lot of people do is that if you're spending $1 million a month on ad spend in Meta ads, for example, a lot of those people that see your ads are actually going to go on Google and say, hey, Coco and Eve reviews, and then they're also gonna like something like Amazon. In fact, they have remarketing, and this is why the entire funnel makes sense. And this is why mostly 8-figure companies, 9-figure companies that spend a lot typically make calculations not just based on the ROAS that they're seeing on platform, but also they're just taking a calculation looking at MER, the marketing efficiency ratio. What is the business making me, and how much am I spending? Is it profitable? Is it not profitable? At the end of the day, that's the only true number that we know, because we know what we make that comes in, money in, and we know that the money that comes out. So cash flow distribution models. So that's it for this little rant. But I am also going to speak about some other things over here. I have some other concepts to share about, so stick until the end, because there's a lot of bangers coming in your way. Now let's take a look at the landing pages. The first thing that I always like to see is kind of like the distribution of where the traffic is going to, so we understand how they're promoting and with what angle. So a lot of their traffic is actually going to their homepage, which looks something like this: shop now, our products, best sellers, and real results. Nothing special. They're mostly selling based on pain points: hair, tan and SPF, skin, body. Okay, they used to be just a hair care company, but they've expanded their product lines, which is going to be a principle that I'm going to speak about later on, which is the perfect way to scale to 9 figures. Expanding your product line and solving more problems so people can come back to you and you increase your LTV, right? They also have a Bali Beauty Club. Let's just see what it is. I think it's just social media, just promoting their socials. It's always good to have some sort of like community club to promote, because at the end of the day, it's really valuable, right? And it increases retention and LTV. Okay, so let's go over here and let's take a look at the second one, just to see some products that they're promoting. The Express Tanning Antioxidant Mousse. So they're doing just a 1 by 139 or the tan set. This is actually a really good way to just increase your average order value immediately. If you're a beauty company, just sell the one product that solves one particular part of the solution, and then sell a set that solves even more of that problem. Let's take a look at another landing page that they're promoting. Same thing. You see the set. There's 2 products. You can also maybe do a set that has 3 products and increase that AOV even more. Let's take a look at their add to cart process overall. Add to cart. Interesting. You can proceed to checkout. You need to click on the cart, which is not really ideal in my opinion. So there's room for improvement there. Ideally, you click on the add to cart button and you see a cart drawer coming up, so people see where how to check out very fast. Boom, set, secure checkout. Let's go through the checkout, but it seems a very standard approach. They don't even have a lot of upsells, so this is a perfect indication that they're not like a D2C direct response marketing company that's just going all in on offers, upsells, downsells. They're just focused on the product, and they focus on having very good ads, which I'm going to show you in just a second. So you don't have to run incredible offers to just, of course they're going to help with conversion rate, but to make it to 9 figures, 8 figures, you just need to have your core principles set up, have a good foundation, and things should work out quite well. Okay, so let's take a look at it, exactly what they're doing with their ads, because this is, I would say, the primary reason why they're able to have 667 ads live in the last 30 days, of which 468 were new. That's a lot of a very strong volume of ads, but most importantly, why they were able to have 555 active ads, which is just a whole other level of active ads. So let's take a look at some of their ads and be the judges and try to understand exactly why they're working. Let's take a look at this one.
I just wanna have fun, clap my hands, turn around now and dance, dance, dance. I just wanna have fun, clap my hands, turn around now and dance, dance, dance. I just wanna have fun.
So this is kind of like a loop and a loop. And what I do like about their ads, and this is absolutely crucial if you're doing beauty ads and you're doing skincare, hair care, any type of problem that you're solving on your body, if you can have an instant before and after effect, it's going to drastically help you with cost per acquisition, because people only care about their results, okay, what problems they have and the results that your product can solve for them. They don't care about the brand, actually. So let's take a look at another example.
Come and get a closer look at this transformation. We added a smooth
before, after, immediately
shine into my client's hair, and so I wanted to share this must-have cocoa and eve hair care routine to achieve instant shine. Applied my color
They're
first.
showing the routine, but the hook, the first 3 seconds, 5 seconds was before and after. Very crucial component. Let's take a look at this one. Before and after shown immediately. Let's take a look at this other one. This is a big, really cool one. If I can find a better one, maybe you can't really see it because it's split screen. Let me just open this one so you can see the ad in a better way. So this is the ad.
Let me give you some advice. You know how to be my
Before and after.
baby, you can be my baby.
Before, after, and so they're starting with the before and after, and then they're showing the transformation of people actually using the product. They're actually rolling it with their hands, which specifies, like, all of these tools. You can actually just do it with your hands, but the most important thing is actually the product that you put on your hair, right? Before and after, you see, like, this is really important component of why a lot of their ads are really working. Even this one, they're doing a tan. Just the thumbnail itself, which is probably going to be shown just on Meta, is a before and after, right? Let's take a look.
Dude, I'm getting my personality back though. Like, I'm feeling like myself again.
First 5 seconds, instant before and after.
Yeah, I really was not myself.
Really good. I really like how they're doing this. They're positioning this before. They're actually saying before, after. These are really good ad. Hopefully you get the point here. Let's take a look at some other ones. Before and after immediately. You get the point.
Hot vacation tan in 1 hour. Recently, I found a tan boosting oil with SPF 30. And I'm in love. The spray made it effortless, showing results
See, so this is a transformation before and after. So even when it comes to just images, once again, a video before and after. So I don't need to go through this concept again, but this is a really important component when it comes to decreasing your cost per acquisition. Once again, people only care about the problems that you can solve for them, nothing else. And if you can show them in the first 7 seconds the before and after, their current state and the transformational state of the after, that's going to be one of the most important aspects. Okay, one other thing that I really like that they're doing is that they're testing a lot of different types of creative concepts. You see in ASMR, instant before and after, voiceovers, POVs, and stuff like that. So this is a great way to scale horizontally. Now, there's 2 things that I want to talk about. The ad angles and the creative concepts. The creative concepts I just mentioned, they're scaling horizontally as much as possible, and they're also doing it with marketing angles. So fast visible result, as I showed you, instant before and after is kind of like their most popular. 334 active ads out of 550. Effortless application, right? Before and after transformation, the one that I just explained. Gorgeous glow, natural looking result, visible results in one wash, visible results in one use, right? Same thing. Focus on visible improvements, fast results, which are visible, and these are kind of like more similar, and they're the fewest ones, but the primary ones are these ones. They're not just doing one angle, they're doing like 7, 8, 9, 10 different angles that are scalable in their own way. Okay, you can attract multiple different types of persona customers based on the angles that you promote. And so this is one of the ways, one of the things that we highly preach within our company. If you can find instead of just one angle, this is what most companies do that are doing maybe 7 figures. They find one winning angle, let's just say is fixing the double chin, and then they scale with like 2 or 3 creative concepts, and that's it. And believe me, if you have product market fit and you have a good product and you're selling the product to the right market, this is actually enough to get to 7 figures. But to get to that next level, multi-8 or typically 8 and 9-figure businesses, this is how they do it. They scale with marketing angles horizontally, and they also test a lot of different types of ads, which are creative concepts. So POV, before and after, AI script, us versus them, educational video, ASMR, boomerang, unboxing. You get the point. If you want access to this exact sheet, which also actually has inspirational links, so you can come up with your own creative concepts, there's a link down below. This is just the command center, which is the sheet that we use to track everything for our clients, and we also use it like has a documentation hub to put resources. We have also 600 hooks that looks something like this. We create our own document with like 500, 600 hooks with frameworks. So this is going to be essentially the framework with the example. So this is also a great way to come up with winning hooks, and these are all proven. And there's also the example here. There's 600 of these. So just by getting access to this document, you can also get access to the 600 hooks. And then of course, as you can see, we track all the ad copies here. We have a UGC tracker, a storyboard, CRO tracker, even for email flow. There's a lot of stuff. I'm not going to go over everything. There's also an ROI calculator if you need it. Very useful tool. So there's a link down below. And on a side note, if you are a brand doing at least $100,000 a month or so, and you want a free audit and you want to explore the opportunity of potentially growing together as growth partners, I invite you to book a call. There's a link down below. But let's get into the video because there's a lot to speak about. The way that they're scaling, once again, with their infrastructure is with multiple angles. So these are basically the pillars to get to at least 8 figures. You have to start scaling horizontally, and I always talk about this in my videos. So instead of just doing this, which is what most companies do, this is the 7-figure business. This is the 8-figure business or 9-figure business. The 7-figure business, as I said, they find one product and then they maybe scale with one angle with ads. They're good at doing ads, and then they're scaling with like some creative concepts. What we want to do to get to that 8-figure mark is essentially have an improved flow which scales horizontally. These are all angles: one angle, second angle, third, fourth, fifth. You scale with ads, and then of course you do the same exact thing once you find the winning angles that work. You always test. 20% of our energies goes towards testing new angles, but as I say over here, 20%, 80%, but the 80% goes towards scaling the creative concepts within the marketing angles that are winners and that are working quite well. And so eventually what ends up happening is that you just do a lot more volume. It does require a team because you can't just do this alone. It's a lot more work, but it allows you to scale and distribute your cash flow find winners more easily, and find angles that are easily you're easily able to scale. And so this is once again the roadmap to get to 8 figures at least. And so we scale with angles, you scale with creative concepts, with offers, which is one thing that they're maybe not doing too much. If I have to be honest, scaling with markets, they're doing multiple markets. Scaling with products, they're scaling with products. And of course, scaling with personas by solving different types of problems for males, for females. 25 to 35, which is probably the tanning product is perfect for 25 to 35. 45 to 60, selling to salon owners, a different type of a persona, maybe like over 30, whatever. You get the point. This is how you do it, and they're being very, very creative. If we just take a look at what they're doing with their ads over here, with ad angles, with creative concepts, and just overall with the hooks, they're very, very good at the hooks. Let's take a look. There's also which is why I love this tool so much. You can take a look at all their hooks over here, the best winners, and take a look at all the ads that have the best winning hooks. I'm not going to do that right now, but because you're ready, I already shared like 10-12 ads together. We went through them together. Either way, this is super, super powerful. And then if we just have to analyze exactly the creative concepts that they're doing over here, is that they're doing a lot of like UGC, raw UGC videos. So they're partnering with like one UGC person, and they're giving them different scripts. This is one way to scale. They're also doing the opposite. So they have a winning script, a winning framework, and then they're scaling with different types of personas, which is why we saw a lot of different types of faces. And then of course they scale with similar creators. So if they see that creator number 3 and creator number 5 were working, then you scale with similar creators. And then of course they're doing the mashup strategy where they're putting all the pieces together. But the one that is my favorite, that is really allowing people to scale, or brands to scale, is just the B-roll approach, which is we saw many times. They're showing different scenes. They have subtitles, and then they typically have like a voiceover or not good music or a viral piece of content of music when it comes to the back end of the video, the structure of it. And so they scale with UGC people. They ask for B-rolls, and then once they receive the B-rolls, the editors, the creative strategists are able to put all the pieces of the puzzle together to create different B-roll variations with different scripts. Okay, so how do we do this? We actually have a very streamlined process where we basically put all of these of the B-roll components together into like one kind of like universal Google document. In this case, we did like 32 pages for this client, but just to have as many variations as possible when it comes to B-rolls. And so what we end up doing is that we essentially explain to the creators that we reach out to, we want B-roll number 15, B-roll number 1, B-roll number 3, and B-roll number 5. And so they know exactly what to do, and then we give them, of course, a template. This is like a UGC template that we use to work with our creators. It's like a template. You can use this. You can access our community. We have a community where we share all of these resources. If you want, there's a link down below. But point being is you need a structured way of reaching out to these creators, because if there's no structure and you're doing this just on the go, it's just going to be very confusing, because you're dealing with a lot of people, different scripts, and everything needs to be organized. So we reach out with this brief where there's a content brief. You can stop the video and read it. There's shooting specifications, and then we do B-roll stuff, give them information on the B-rolls that we want them to do, and then we give them a script if we also maybe for two reasons. We want to give them an understanding of what the video is about, or we specify that we want them to actually record their voice and say the script, which is also a great way to do it. If you don't want to do that, you can also just use 11 Labs for just text to speech. You can write your text, choose your accent, and then you can just do like that, and you can export it.
The 11 Labs voice generator can deliver high-quality, human-like...
And so some are not human-like, unlike they say, and some are very, very human-like, and so you just have to go here and select the ones that are the best ones, and then you can also upgrade. There's more languages and more voiceovers and stuff like that. And there's also other free tools. I forgot what they're called, but this is what they're doing. They're scaling very well with these types of creatives. And yeah, I think this is the structure, the main structure. Overall key takeaways: great hooks, before and afters, instant results. They're doing these creative structures that I just explained. They're doing some mashups. They're definitely doing a lot of B-rolls. They're definitely scaling horizontally with different types of creators and different types of personas. And they're most importantly starting to really scale with angles and scaling with creative concepts. And this is kind of the major difference that I'm seeing, which is how we also do, whenever we work with clients, this is what we focus on. We try to go from 7 figures or low 8 figures to multiple 8 figures with our clients by implementing a strategy that allows us to essentially not fail. It's just a matter of time until we find new winners, but because there's a lot more output and input into the work. More input equals more output. Everybody knows that. Okay, this is just my observation of Coco and Eve. They're a great business. I think it's a business worth exploring and funnel hacking, which is why I did this video. Once again, if you're a brand doing at least $100,000 a month or so, and you want a free audit and you want to explore the opportunity of working with us, there's a link down below. Feel free to book in a call, and you're going to probably have a call with me because I like to take these calls personally. And yeah, hopefully see you on the other side, and let me know if you have other video suggestions or if you have any questions related or unrelated to this video. Okay, see you in the next one. Bye.